The question that I'm asking myself is Manicaland a safe place for the zviganandas as well as Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa to actually host their conference? Will they feel safe to go to Manicaland? I think that is the mind-boggling question. Manicaland in terms of infrastructure, and also taking into consideration that this is a high conference, will they be comfortable to actually go to that place and host a conference there? I think that is what I would be seeking to actually unpack on this live broadcast. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. So before I continue, I think people ought to actually see this video. This is the video that I have actually released. So this is the video that I have actually released with an album. So this album as well as the video, it is on this YouTube channel. I'll be sharing a link and expecting and anticipating that you will actually support this album. It is available on all digital platforms. Now, the matter under discussion at the moment is, will the ZANU-PF conference firstly take place specifically in Manicaland? And the second thing, will Mnangagwa be the president by that particular time? That is the question I have been asked by a lot of people on whether Chiwenga would allow, or faction would allow Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa to be the president up to that time. So these are the two critical questions. Why do I question, especially, we have seen also going there, promising through a media statement, obviously, I mean, on her, actually not his, on her X account, that all was going well in terms of the preparation of that conference, as well as also the security of the people who will go to that particular conference. Now, when we talk of security, remember that this is not the ZANU-PF that we were used to during the tenure of Robert Gabriel Mugabe, which was united, by the way, under one leader. And we knew that the conference was not an event to discuss issues of succession. That was not open for discussion. It will be an event for ZANU-PF maybe to go and talk about their policies, what they want to do for the people. But when they actually talked about leadership, they would always unite under Robert Gabriel Mugabe. But this is a different conference altogether because we have a ZANU-PF that is volatile. We have got a ZANU-PF that is highly divided. Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa went out of the country having issued a lot of threats, particularly to those standing on his way, and him choosing to go, to create a schedule that he has created leading up to the conference in Manicaland shows that he is up to a political game. He wants to play one of his vice president, that is actually the retired General Chiwenga. Now, we haven't heard the reaction of retired General Cheng. I only saw the scripture that was depicted by the wife, especially on what was read at Methodist. And that scripture, if you listened to it, it actually gave us a clue of what is essentially happening in Zimbabwe. And it was like a response to what has been happening in the absence of retired General Chwenga in Zimbabwe. So, as things stand at the moment, ZANU-PF is not in a good state. Will Mnangagwa trust? And remember also Manicaland as a province, that is where there have been a lot of rebellions against the faction of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. That is where the election of Women's League have been done twice, because the first result saw another person emerging, of which whom they believed she was part of the retired General Chiwenga, until the Mnangagwa preferred candidate emerged. And if you look at the ratio in terms of numbers of the people that voted for the candidate, that is pro Mnangagwa, as well as the other candidate, the margin was really small. And I'm talking about people who qualified to actually cast their votes. Now, just remember also that the divisions of leadership are a mirror of the divisions of other substructures of ZANU-PF. And in Manicaland, they have got such a problem. And Mnangagwa going there, it doesn't have the infrastructure, just like Bulawayo. In terms of, for example, Bulawayo have got so many barracks that are surrounding it militarily. I'm not so sure about Manicaland. I don't think there is so much infrastructure in terms of security to really guarantee Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa that needed security during that ZANU-PF conference. I foresee ZANU-PF, they may maybe try to change the venue during the last minute, but we will see. There is absolutely high probability that they may do so, because at the moment temperatures are rising. It is not the ZANU-PF that you know. It is not the ZANU-PF that is united. It is not the ZANU-PF that is speaking with one voice. And definitely there would be a lot of divisions, especially between the two leaders, that is retired General Chwenga as well as Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, during this conference. Remember, it is about these two gentlemen. Others who are busy talking in terms of support, they mean absolutely nothing at the moment. At the moment, the people that matters in this fiasco of ZANU-PF, it is retired General Chwenga as well as Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Others are simply following. They don't have actually that posture to be counted, because ZANU-PF is not a democratic party. If it was, maybe we would say so. What matters is ZANU-PF is the power of an individual and his believed connections, especially to the security cluster in Zimbabwe. So we know that retired General Chwenga, by being the former general, he may have some degree of influence still at the moment within the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. And Mnangagwa, by virtue of being the head of the state in Zimbabwe, he may have actually infiltrated the similar Zimbabwe Defense Forces to divide it, to have a certain particular support. And it's not healthy now to have a political party with such figures within it, because it simply means there are two bulls calling the shots within ZANU-PF. And in Ndebele they say, only time will tell. Let's watch as the events unfold, but expect more drama. I hope we will have time to actually cover everything. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Just to remember to support my album on this channel also. I released about 8 tracks. Please kindly support the album. It is out also on all digital platforms. Would be inserting some links in some of the videos. If you go back to the video that I did from the morning, I was actually inserting those links. Let's follow those links and support the album and share it with our loved ones. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing